He don't scatter all. Peter Obi now be the only man will carry Nigeria for mind. Today marks it, or today makes it 53 years since after the civil war. Today make them the day where we say the two country, Biafra and Nigeria, came into conclusion that there's no winner, there's no vanquish. You understand? Say today, make we embrace peace. Make you listen to the speech of our incoming president, Mr. Peter Obi, this morning. Early this morning, make you hear what he talk. Go and shank, go and finish it. I know some other presidential candidates don't even know these things. They have to be reminded. But this man wake up early morning when he's supposed to go church, give the speech. Make you watch him. As they watch him, share him, so that people will remember what they agreed on the day they signed this peace accord at the come.
Today, 15th of January, a very special and unique day in 2023, as it was 53 years ago, 40 days from today, Nigerians will be voting in an election that many regard as most crucial and an essential decision we have to make as a nation, and particularly for our children and youth. Given the sad state of our dear nation, alarming insecurity, unemployment, poverty, inflation, debt, hunger, disunity, hopelessness, and many other indices of a failing state. It is also 15th of January, 3 years ago, a very special red letter day for Nigeria, that the booming guns and other paraphernalia of battle were formally silenced in a 30-month civil war in which millions of lives were regrettably lost and an unquantifiable number of properties destroyed. As you may recall, Colonel Obi'S, as he then was, led the Biafran delegation to Jaragowan to declare that the war is over and that the military colleagues from Biafra have come for redeployment. It is stated to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done, and no victor, no vanquish. It is this task of keeping Nigeria one in spirit of no victor, no vanquish, that has provided the platform of commitment of both mental and physical energy to the audience of noble task of building one strong, united, and indivisible Nigeria. As such, the overriding task we should be committed to, as stated by our nation, alarming insecurity, unemployment, poverty, inflation, debt, hunger, disunity, hopelessness, and many other indices of a failing state. It is also 15th of January, 3 years ago, a very special red letter day for Nigeria, that the booming guns and other paraphernalia of battle were formally silenced in a 30-month civil war in which millions of lives were regrettably lost and an unquantifiable number of properties destroyed. As you may recall, Colonel Obi'S, as he then was, led the Biafran delegation to Jaragowan to declare that the war is over and that the military colleagues from Biafra have come for redeployment. It is stated to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done, and no victor, no vanquish. It is this task of keeping Nigeria one in spirit of no victor, no vanquish, that has provided the platform of commitment of both mental and physical energy to the odious but noble task of building one strong, united, and indivisible Nigeria. As such, the overriding task we should be committed to, as stated above, is securing a united Nigeria for sustainable and inclusive development, particularly for our children and youth. While we regret the immense losses from the war, we pray for repose of the souls of the departed and thank God it ended. We must all join hands with utmost sincerity and commitment to pray. All can agree that the leaders and people of different sections of Nigeria have done admirably well, particularly in the years immediately after the war. Within less than 10 years after the end of the Civil War, a committed personality from Biafra, Dr. Alex Ekweme, was number 2 man to the most patriotic, humble servant, Alhaji Shehu Shagari, who was number 1. May their souls continue to rest in peace. Our dear Shehu Shagari and Ekweme, both of blessed memory, became strong and veritable expression of unity and togetherness engendered in a vibrant post-Nigeria. The democratic leap, with its unifying symbolism, was glorious for Nigeria, and I deeply cherish such part of brotherhood and oneness established by Shagari and Ekweme, and truly believe it is a part of inclusiveness and togetherness as one Nigeria we should all follow today. Anyone who still harbors a different agenda, different from the realization of wholeness and unifying people-oriented development vision, is doing a terrible disservice to this generation and generations of Nigeria yet unborn. I cannot think of a valid reason except for deficit of sound socio-economic and political policies and programs that will unite and propel Nigeria forward. From what I know, the Southeast, the Igbo nation led by Ohaneze, has at every opportunity been unequivocal about its commitment to unity, oneness, integrity, and progress of Nigeria.
Nigeria is blessed. Nigeria is blessed to have such man. Nigeria is blessed to have Mr. P to be running as president. Someone will no go to sleep. He go to think about what he will do the next day for the country. This is the spirit of patriotism. This is the spirit of a good leader. This is the spirit of a new Nigeria. It's time for us to take back our country. It's time for us to take back Nigeria. It's time for us to give room, chance for should I say integrity, competency, credibility, accountability. It's time for us to give room for to embrace peace. It's time for us to embrace unity, and let's vote out these criminals. Let's make Nigeria great again. And remember, there's nothing like tribalism. There's nothing like religious monomonism. We are one Nigeria. It's time to put all this thing aside and let's vote for the betterment of Nigeria.